All right, welcome back. We have our next game here. We're playing Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. And our runner is Einderspel with Rooster as commentary on the couch. How are you two doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
So I have a question for chat. What is the game that has been most influential to you? Perhaps to identify yourself, to show you things you've never seen before? What's that one game that has been the most influential to you? For me, when I met my best friend, we asked this question of each other, and I shared this game, Torment. About a year ago, I started streaming on Twitch, very first time, and I was playing this game, just sharing kind of my favorite parts of it. I wasn't a speedrunner then, and I still don't consider myself to be a speedrunner now, but yet, here I am on the other side of your screen, ready to speedrun this game for you. But yeah, Nooster, if you want to give some introduction to yourself.
Sure, howdy. Hey everybody, my name is Nooster. I'm one of the speedrunners for this game. It's really great to be here. Love the RPG developers, particularly Tina Hex, who is totally awesome. And you should check Tina Hex's stream out.
Nooster's being modest. He's run this game before at other marathons, and he's the community manager for this game on speedrun.com. But yeah, now that I have you here, I have a question for you. So, the RTA of this game, the goal is to reach the final cutscene, right?
Yes. Yeah, those are the rules written on speedrun.com.
So, if I were just to go into the movies and play the ending finale screen, would that be it? Would that be time?
I mean, like, if you don't, no. No. Like, I gotta be honest, if anyone ever attempts that, I would have to rewrite the rules. Like, really, like, no. You can't just play the final movie. You have to beat the game.
Oh, that was my run chat. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you could try to rules lawyer your way into that. It would, yeah. World record. Yeah, go for it.
No, it's okay. I do have a backup. So, Mr. He's played this game, and some of the other runners, they mostly play as a thief. I'm gonna be a little bit different here, and I'm gonna play as a warrior, which is an unusual run. And we're going to talk about some of the speed tech that allows us to do that. As every warrior should be, we're going to be strong and charismatic. I mean, we have the face for it, right?
Absolutely. I would follow that person anyway.
All right, we're all set to begin. Time will begin when we press accept. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
So if you want to give us a brief intro.
Yeah, we are in a mortuary. We were recently dead and have fortunately come back to life. We have a talking skull buddy who's going to give us a little bit of 411 information on what's going on. But we're mostly going to have to figure that out because unfortunately, talking skull buddy wants to give us that information in the form of very long cutscenes that we can't skip. So we're going to have to remove the skull from the party.
Yeah, his body is like 90% skull, so he's just making the use of what he has available, right?
He has a jaw, and he's going to use it. We're going to make our way with as optimized a pattern as possible through this mortuary, picking up a few key items that we're going to need for puzzles and things later, and attempt to just basically make our way out the front door once we've gotten the items that we require to win the game.
Yeah, that's a neat part about this game, is that you're not really on rails here. It's kind of an open world experience, and if you know what to do and how to do it, there's no quest obligations that requires you to do anything. So you can just zoom right through a lot of things.
Yeah, we're going to make our way through there. We're going to pick up a few items that we're going to need to open portals. Portals are door. We're in the Planescape setting in 2nd edition D&D. So if you're wondering, are we in Fako land? Yes, we are in Fako land. Fako is the way. We are...
As we miss.
Yeah. I'm gone. We're going to, unfortunately... put that person to sleep in order to get the key to the front door. And
he's fine. Right. So doing quests in this game are kind of long. Even asking people who are willing to do things for you, such as open the front doors, it's slow. So beating people up and taking the items that you would have gained from their quests is usually faster. So we tend to do that. You also notice that even though we have 2 party members, I'm only running with one of them. And that's just because of the way the game does its pathfinding. It's slow to process pathfinding between multiple characters, so we just run with one. But they aren't there for
And yet-
dead weight. Yeah.
And Curlon, it actually does pretty closely follow the second edition rules. We're going to take an intentional death here. Fortunately, we can't really die permanently. We keep coming back to life. So we're going to die here so that we spawn further ahead in the cavern and save a bunch of time. You can tell that Einderspel is maneuvering the character right in the middle of those people to die with optimal efficiency. Unfortunately, they can take a while to kill him.
We also have Mort help to kill us. You know, let him take out his anger. But yeah, we were supposed to take a quest in this area, but as I mentioned before, the quests are optional. But we're gonna come into this area and we're gonna complete the quest before we even receive it. I kind of like that idea. Oh, an item? You mean this? Yeah.
Just have had one lying around.
There's only one in the world, and it's just right here. Yeah.
Let me go to my Maltese Falcon pump.
We're taking another death ward here. This one actually doesn't move us forward, but backwards, which is like, wait, you took a death ward backwards? This is actually faster than the intended route. The route I used to do was to be peaceful with those people, but as Nooster has shown me from looking at his speedrun, this saves me about 30 seconds overall to just die and run back through here.
Totally.
So
You
I
timed
want
it
to
perfectly so that...
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Now, I want to introduce the idea that we're splitting up the team here, splitting up the party, and this is going to be essential for a big trick that we're going to show off. Oh, gotta make sure I get this item. Might take a death here. Okay, that's looking good. So, I'm moving Nameless near a doorway, while Mort is going to continue and grab this little quest item we need. Any character of your party can trigger a stage transition. So, if Nameless steps through the door, both of our characters, our entire party is going to be relocated to the other area. And here's the key item we were looking for, this bronze sphere. And this
Big
was,
heist.
this
There
one
we go.
is a real death warp. That one was actually a shortcut. So now we're headed back and we're going to pick up that quest.
I love the fact that we bashed through that gate, they fixed the gate, and then we bashed it up again, like
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds later. We're the worst.
We're the best.
Okay. Yeah. We got the quest item, so we're gonna talk to Farad. Farad is one of the primary characters here. We previously tricked Farad into wanting the thing that we gave to him, and his primary purpose here is that he's going to introduce us to his adopted daughter, a tiefling named Anna, who is going
Anna's
to be
really cool.
very essential to this video.
Yeah, she's the real treasure here. We require her to reach another part of the city. Without her, we wouldn't be able to proceed.
We're going to move through. You might have noticed that we're not getting hit very much, and that's because this game has very interesting AI. It's kind of old, a little glitchy, and the characters don't know where you are. They're going to target where the cursor is. So as we run through here, these guys are going to have no chance because they're going to think we're like 10 feet ahead of where we're actually standing.
Why not?
We're going to wander through here, beat up a janitor, as is right and proper, and send Anna up to the door. We're going to pay attention, and once the janitor has
that experience
been
lets us
terminated,
know.
there we go.
Yeah.
Now we can pass through to the next thing. This is a cool game where you can have 2 characters doing 2 things at the same time.
Organ Mike, I see you. The real treasure
Yes.
is the friends we make along the way. Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. We're going to go in here and have a talk with the street. Sigil is a living city. The streets are alive, and this street is pregnant and wants to give birth to an alley, but it's being blocked up. It's being blocked up by the janitor who was repairing around it, so we preemptively terminated the janitor in order to allow us to open things up so that this street can give birth to a new little street.
So we get rid of Mort again because he's going to trigger a scripted cutscene. However, with Mort out of the party, the cutscene doesn't happen, and it's much faster. Saves us time.
Updated my journal.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
And with the street open up, we can go through to the next section. Now, Einderspel is going to level up clubs. In this edition, it doesn't actually make you better at hitting, but it gives you more attacks. You attack faster. So if you're familiar with the weapon pip system from Baldur's Gate, well, Einderspel is also going to pick up a quest while moving Anna up here to fulfill that quest.
Right.
You notice we both teleport inside the printers here.
Yeah, this is going to be another essential piece of tech is I'm going to run Anna up to this doorway up here, this gate. She's going to attempt to talk to a guard, and we're going to see what happens. She's going to try to talk to the guard, but she can't. NPCs cannot talk. Only your main character can. even if that thing that you're speaking to is an inanimate object, such as a door or a portal, then that's going to be essential for a big trick that we're going to pull off here in a bit. In this area, I'm going to level up some thieving skills. Even though we're not a thief ourselves, we make use of the thief we have with us.
And I don't know how you're thinking, but I hope it's with portals.
I feel stronger. I feel stronger.
I only need to steal one item from the guy, but it takes too long to check our inventory to see which item we got, so we just steal the 2 items he has on him. We then trade that item to him for a magical weapon, a club, the skill I had just trained in, and we're going to use this club because, as I mentioned before, doing quests the peaceful way, it's long, it takes too much effort, so we're going to beat somebody up, but they are immune to normal weapons, so we needed this magical weapon to, do our business.
We picked up a magical portal that needs to be activated with this person's blood in order to function. It was a portal that was, it's the blood of the individual that stole our mortality from us. Completely ripped it out of us, and it's the reason why we can't die. We're going to need to get a bloody handkerchief in order to fuel the portal, in order to reach their relative, who is the person that has blessed us, cursed us, coerced us.
Portal complete, we are on our way. This is going to be the first use of me using charisma when I talk to this character here, and I'm going to be awarded with some additional wisdom and experience. I'm going to jump into this dialogue. Mister, if you want to explain what's going to happen here?
Yeah, so Einderspel is moving Anna close to one of the portals. They're going to, in order to trigger a 20-second time save, once we're done here, the game will pause, assuming Einderspel has set it to auto-pause.
I will after this dialogue, yeah.
And then once that happens, Anna's going to interact with the door. But Anna can't go through because Anna isn't the main character. However, Anna will summon the main character, the nameless one, to the door, and then Einderspel is going to go through the door with the recently summoned main character, which will trigger the portal to the next unskippable cutscene. Meanwhile, they are deftly going through an extremely complex menu of dialogue that you could spend all day just reading through the conversation that's happening here about what happened with their mortality. And it's going to turn out that Ravel was asked by the Nameless One to strip them of their mortality. It wasn't a curse, it was something that they asked for. And the purpose of it was to try and find out what can change a person's character. What actually changes you as a person going forward. If you can't die, what will that do? How will you can answer the question of what changes people?
He does have an amazing name. Ravel Puzzle well. So one of the items that we had picked up and identified was that magical pipe that allows us to just do away with the minions. I need to get in position here very quickly. Oh, I do need to set up the auto pause. I almost missed it. And then I'm going to use another item that's going to prevent Ravel from casting a heal spell. The game should pause here in a brief moment. I'm going to cast a spell. Please don't die during the spell. And we're through. Answered the dialogue, and we've done it. We have skipped the unskippable cutscene. Beginning this, the next unskippable cutscene, which gives us a break. If there's any donations or comments you would like to read, this is your moment.
I think skip the unskippable would be a great name for him.
Has sealed its gates to us.
I do have a couple things. Is now a good time?
Yes.
Oh, it's a great time.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay, so first we have $20 from Michael Phyllis, who says, "You're being awesome, everyone.
warn you for the last
I also want to
Arise, or I shall
pump up
slay
a
you where you lie."
incentive here. We have a true ending easier for the game Mystic Bell. We are so close. We are just under $30 to go to get that awesome ending. So let's get those donations in. Fill
You
that.
cannot afford that one would have a chance. You were indulgent to let him think
It's
he
great to be
was
here. It's a
successful.
wonderful cause. I think lots of people have had struggles with mental illness, so strongly urge you to consider, if you're in a financial place where you can donate, to consider donating to take this. It's a wonderful charity.
Fortune
If you can, that's cool.
the
Just be here.
moment I found
Hang
you.
out, be awesome, and just
Has
enjoy the
your
speakers.
life
Feel free to tell other
prepared
people
you
about
for
it.
what is to come?
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, when
definitely.
it comes to
There's
games that have been a positive influence for me, this one is actually one that's helped me along.
But a few tricks has Ravel learned over the years.
It's wonderful.
And I have known you would come.
This is, so as we're going through this cutscene, we're going to find out that the main villain in this is our own mortality. Ravel Puzzle didn't really make us immortal. What she did was kind of remove the mortality and us from each other, separate, hold it out, so and the immortality is afraid that we will eventually merge again. And in order to prevent that, it's attempting to remove any trace of our attempts to return to being mortal and make it impossible for us to reunite and become a whole person again. And they're doing this with the help of shadows, which are formed every time we die, a kind of vacuum of life, a being that shouldn't exist, a shadow of death.
Or a shadow of your former self, you could say.
Yeah. And they are hunting us. And they were the ones that killed us right before the beginning of the game in that alley.
No longer shall you trouble existence with your presence.
So we're about to take control again, and the game changes here. We're no longer in as much of an open world experience. It's kind of on rails, but when it comes to the speedrun tech, oh man. Here we go. We would like to be a thief, doing what Anna's doing right now, just hiding in the shadows, running around, and just ignoring everyone. But as a warrior, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to charge right through everyone. I'm going to run with Anna. Both characters are required for this segment. Doing the RTA, this is the point that I have the most resets, because so much could go wrong.
You can see how Einderspel is manipulating them by moving the cursor to different selections. It kind of jukes the AI, the AI isn't really able to keep up with where you actually are. We're going to talk with an angel, a fallen angel, who is in prison. You can always trust fallen angels. They're super nice. So we're going to help this one to escape by getting a key, which is also its sword, in order to, help it be nice to people, I'm sure.
We're going to talk to this door. Hello, door. And it's going to open for us.
All right, this is hold on to your butts territory here. Get your panic baskets out. This can go bad. This is going to be a lot of fun now.
Need a brief moment of silence to hear an audio cue. Got it.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Anna is going to distract these guards while Nameless runs past, hopefully. Kind of looking good, kind of not.
I'm gone.
Anna looks in trouble. We're fighting, and this is good. This is fine. We're hurt, we're about to die, but no, we have just enough life to take care of Anna at the same time, make sure she doesn't die. Dana is essential for the speedrun to continue. We cannot let her die. Move her one more time, moving back. Okay. Okay, everything's fine.
Perfect.
Don't let it end like this.
And
Thank you,
now
thank you.
we want to die.
Yeah, we take a death warp there, because trying to leave that area the way that you're supposed to, it's too crowded. I'm not going to go back through that a second time, so we just take the death warp.
What's funny is all those characters still exist in the screen. This entire game, you probably can't notice it, but is running slightly slower, because somewhere in the background, the movement of all those characters we ran past, and I think you released prisoners too, it is going on, and you just can't see it.
Yeah, they're battling and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah. If we went back there, we'd find a bunch of dead bodies. We're going to release the angel. He will thank us by telling us the location of someone who can help us with our quest. It is a chaotic, evil demon who hates everyone and wants to hurt people, but is cursed to do charity. So he hides out in the middle of nowhere in a very remote plane, in an animal that prevents scrying, so that he doesn't ever have to help anyone or give charity to anyone.
Yeah, I really like that lore, that the idea of these bones being enchanted to, well, hold on.
Goes there. Have you come to kill me?
That the bones of this creature, it's not fair to call it enchanted, but it's its magical nature prevents spells and magic, and he's just hiding out in it because it has that residual kind of magic effect.
He's going to let us know that the place that we need to go to find the information we need about our mortality is a pillar of skulls. If you are a horrible liar, you will be condemned in Hades or the lower
Beator.
planes. Yeah, Beator. Yeah, this is the, it's the 80s version of it. To a pillar of skulls for all eternity. That's actually where we got Morty. Apparently Morty, Talking Skull Buddy, was a horrible liar. And that's also where Farad is doomed to go.
This is scary. I usually have Anna stealth there, but because there was that big red Abashi, however they're pronounced, demon, right at the doorway, it's like, nope, I can't do the normal strat. and we are back to meet with this demon. He's cursed to be charitable, so we ask him for a bunch of items. Just double checking that I got them. I did. Okay.
Cool.
And again, because we have Anna with us, we're able to skip a small little cutscene that Ujul would voice when we walk back towards the exit. But because Anna is already past that checkpoint, we avoid that little dialogue. So, being a fighter, part of the routing is experience, because as a warrior, it requires more experience than a thief. So with Charisma, having all these level ups, manipulating that dialogue with Rabble Puzzle well, we were able to get additional experience, so that way we could get the information we needed to be at the appropriate level. How could I say? You need certain stats to get through certain dialogues correctly, and it's only because we routed that extra experience points by having Charisma that we were able to be at the optimal level to get the information to continue to play fast.
If this area looks like it's tough to plan because of the isometric angle, it is.
It's
one of the most isometric of isometric RPGs. Areas right here. It's basically a game of find the pixel. We're gonna use Anna to untrap and open a locked chest in order to get a super awesome magic weapon.
Done.
And then equip it. And now we're going to use quick save, quick load abuse to kill an angel before, or actually we're not going to kill him, but defeat an angel before he even realizes he's being attacked. It takes the AI like a second to realize, to aggro, to realize it's being attacked. The game is that old. So if you can quick save and quick load before the aggro triggers, it will never fight back. It will usually summon a bunch of animals and spells to protect it, and it's awful. We're going to take the really easy route. It's great.
He is a fierce opponent.
We're going to convince him to beg for forgiveness as opposed to destroy heaven.
Another
And
charisma thing. Other runners will speak to this man at the door, and he will kill you in order to allow you entrance back into the mortuary. We choose to talk to a different character. By using our charisma, we're able to get in without dying or taking a death. The death itself doesn't really save any time. It's very small and insignificant, but what the difference is that the number of deaths we take throughout the run. We've specifically taken only 4 deaths throughout the run, and that's because if we take 5 or more deaths, there are going to be significantly more shadows here at the very end of the game.
I have need of you.
I think that's really
There
cool.
are creatures
If you remember, the shadows are kind of the vacuums left by our previous deaths, like the shadow of our previous lives that we can't get out of because we're semi-immortal. So the more deaths we have, the more shadows there are. I love it.
I'm going to attract the attention of one of these shadows just so he's a little bit further away from a staircase there, because these shadows, they're thick boys, and they can block up the whole stairway, like so.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we got past that one. Oh no, we triggered a trap. This trap might put us to sleep, which could be very drastic.
That would be bad.
We're asleep. I do have some backup health. Hopefully it's enough. Please be enough. Please be enough. Please be enough. Please be enough. Go. Go.
Oh no!
You want to need one hit point? Oh.
Oh no!
I did
It's
quick
okay.
save right
It's
here.
okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that was a really good run up until that point, but hey, it's okay. It happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
When the screen fades to black, it's supposed to trigger cutscenes where your companions, you're not supposed to do this game alone. You're supposed to have like a bunch of people with you.
Yes.
One by one are defeated by the Transcendent one who represents your mortality, but we don't have any friendos, so we don't get the cutscenes.
But we do
However,
still
you
get this transition to black, yeah. And so we end up, the enemies can move for the darkness, and so can us. So I have learned how to just walk around in the dark.
Yeah,
My journal.
like a cat.
And that was the staircase where we wanted to move that one shadow away from. Taking a bit of damage, we're fine.
This is like those old magic games. I love it. Okay.
I'm going to use up these temporary items that we had taken from Vujil, and I'm going to take my last level up. You're definitely going to notice our attack speed here when we battle with Ignis.
Mortality summons one last champion to If you're good, they'll send an evil person. If you're evil, they'll send a good person. We haven't really made a moral mark. We're still neutral, so we haven't done enough side quests and everything. So they're going to send a default evil mage, Ignis, who could be a party member in a casual speedrun. Now we're going to meet different representations of ourselves, our previous lives and incarnations. There's a good one, there's a paranoid one, and there's an evil one. We're going to out-paranoid the paranoid one. We're going to trick the evil one, and we're going to tell the good one to merge with us because it's the right thing to do. This is also our wife. We are the worst husbando. We have done terrible things, but she still loves us. And
We're coming up on the last encounter.
Yeah.
Time is going to be very fast. Because we've raised our wisdom and used those temporary items, we're able to use a unique dialogue option that's going to end the game here very quickly. Time will be in the next cutscene.
Welcome here, broken one.
And time.
Ooh, 2250. That might be second best ever.
Second best. So that was my hope for the speedrun, is to show how the warrior route does improve upon the original thief route. And that thief route has been around for ages. Nooster was one of the people who found video archive footage of a segmented speedrun of the original version of Torment and brought it to the enhanced edition. And that route has been around for as long as it has been. And this is what I brought to the run, is I just played the game in my own way without looking at the other existing speedruns, and just had fun with it. It was like a puzzle box for me, like, I could see the potential of other runners. Can I get my 40-minute time down to 30 minutes? Can I get that even lower? And this is the result. I was happy to come here and be on stage and share this with you all.
It's great. Thank you very much for doing it. This is a really cool game. Casually, it plays very differently. There's a lot of philosophy, reading, lots of cool concepts, ideas, things like this. We skip almost all of it.
Yeah.
But I would definitely suggest checking it out. You can usually get it on sale for pretty cheap. And with the enhanced edition, it runs great on modern machines. And I just want to thank y'all for having me. Thank the RPG Valkyries for having us. It was great. And thank chat and the whole community for supporting Take This. We've almost raised $5,000 for that charity, which is wonderful.
Well done.
Y'all are very generous. And yeah.
Y'all are amazing
You're all
people.
great.
Thank you all. Yeah, thank you, Nooster, for being here with me. Nooster's helped me along to come here and do marathons and stuff. Me, the person who doesn't think of themselves as a speedrunner and all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is great.
Cool. What do we got next up? Next up, I know there was Mystic Bell, followed by Gardic Phone. There's a Cthulhu Saves Christmas, and someone permitted Virtual Hide Glide, which is one of the worst but entertainingly bad video games ever made. So
I like that game. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna watch it. It's a great horrible game. Yeah, exactly. So stick around.
Before we go to the next game, I just want to mention that we met the incentive. We unlocked the incentive for Mystic Bell. Thank you so much for the donations.
Congrats.
And I'll read out a couple donations that helped get us there. First, we had $35 from Orgamite. It said time to get some more incentives met. And also, then we also got $37.82 from Perlon, who says one more target down, one more to go. Thank you so much for our donations. Big for us unlocking that incentive. And also, that is it for me. That's for me for today for hosting. I have one more host on Saturday morning. Hope to see you then. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your night and take care.
Cool. Take care, everybody.
See ya.